Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are ranking King Diamond albums from my least favourite to my favourite. And King Diamond has a lot of albums, so there's a lot to get through. So I'll be kind of quick with some of the later ones. Now there's a big old debate. Who's better, King Diamond or Merciful Fate? Now I'd like your guys' opinions down below. Who do you prefer? King Diamond's on vocals on both. So, whichever you say, it doesn't matter, it's personal preference. For me, I'm more of a Merciful Fate guy, because it's just more straightforward heavy metal, it's more evil. King Diamond has this kind of concept thing going on with a lot of the albums, and I think the albums where it works is fucking amazing, but there's some King Diamond albums I'm a bit iffy on, which we'll get to. Whereas Merciful Fate, I think every album's amazing. But, wars aside, let's get into the King Diamond ranking, and before I get started, of course, pop yours down below. What's your favourite King Diamond album? What's your least favourite? And let's get started. So this one probably isn't a big shocker, to be honest. House of God is last for me. It's a bit bland. Some of these later ones I'm not a big fan of, don't really go back to a lot, and this is one of them. It feels like they kind of just ran out of energy, ran out of ideas at this point in the career, and it's just not that good. I mean, it's not terrible, it's very listenable. No King Diamond album is terrible. But it's definitely the weakest they've ever done, in my opinion. Definitely the weakest. The Trees Have Eyes and The Pact, there's some standouts, but overall, it is my least favourite for a reason, because it's just a bit uninspired. So, yeah, it's coming in last. Next up is Abigail 2, The Revenge. That sounds like Revenge of the Sith. It sounds like some movie title. Some really bad movie title. And you know how sequels go. It either goes amazingly well, or most of the time, 90% of the time, it goes really fucking bad. I mean, most sequels go bad. Look at Operation Mindcrime 2. I mean, yeah. This one's not even close to Abigail 1. Like, that's a masterpiece. This is okay, it's pretty good. I prefer it to House of God, but it's still around about the same level for me. Miriam's a fucking banger, though. What a great song that one is. There is some standout songs, but again, as a whole, uninspired. They're kind of trying to get that glory of Abigail again, and you can't capture lightning in a bottle twice. So Abigail 2 is coming here. Next up is The Graveyard, which I think is a really pretty underrated album. I think this one's actually pretty good. Definitely a step up from those two, and a lot of people hate it, a lot of people have it last, but I like the kind of doomier kind of... I know there's evil a lot on most of these albums, but this one's especially evil. Black Hill Sanitarium, what a way to kick off the album. That's a fucking amazing song. And Heads on the Wall's really interesting as well. I'm tempted to pump this up. I do actually really enjoy this one. So, yeah, Graveyard, underrated album by King Diamond, and one that I regularly go back to, so yeah, it's pretty good. Next up is Voodoo, which I probably have on the same kind of level. The production on this one, I don't know what it is about it, but I'm not a big fan of the production on Voodoo. And some of the songs are a bit strange, but, as a whole, it's a great goddamn album. It's a great goddamn album, and a lot of people have it a bit higher, but for me, it's coming in a bit lower. Some spicy takes. There'll be a spicy take later on. Oh boy, there will be a curry-flavoured take later on, but this one's good. One down, two to go, the title track, Cross of Baron Samedi. There's a lot of cool songs on this one. It's just the production kind of is a bit murky, and that's all I can say. It's a pretty good album. So it's coming, middle of the pack. It's coming here. Next one is Give Me Your Soul, Please. What a fucking fantastic song that one is as well, the title track. Give me your soul to the dead. So good. So good. This one's underrated as well. It's the latest one they ever did, and it's a fucking banger. From here on out, these albums, fantastic. Starting with this one, it's polished, its sound is so good on this one. Black of Night, Neverending Hill, there's so many good songs on this one as well. Love the production, love the singing on it. It hasn't aged a day. This is underrated as hell, one of my favourites, and it's only here, so it's only getting better from now on. So next up is The Spider's Lullaby. Cool fucking name. I mean, that is a cool name for an album, and it's a cool album. From the Other Side, Killer, Poltergeist, it just... front heavy. There's a lot of good songs in the front. And like Moonlight into the Morgue, there's like so many good songs on this one. Again, it's an underrated one, kind of like Graveyard. It's pretty underrated. I feel like I should have put Graveyard higher, because I do really like that one, but I love all these albums, so It's hard. It's hard. Aside from the last, like, two, I love all of them. So, yeah, Spider's Lullaby, the great album, underrated as hell, great songs on it. One everyone should have in their collection. Next up is Them. Yeah, this is the spicy take. This is the hot curry take. This one's a bit low. I still think it's, again, I said I love all of them. So, this is a great album. But it's the most overrated. Very, very grandma inspired. I love some of the songs on this, but I think as a whole, there's some standout songs, but as a whole, it's not as cohesive, not as interesting to listen to in full as like Abigail, Fatal Portrait, any of the others, basically. So it's still a great album though. Welcome Home, The Invisible Guest, yeah, you all know those ones that are overplayed. The title track, Coming Home. It's a great album. It's a good album. It's a classic for a reason. A lot of people have this number one, and good for them. For me, it's coming in here because there's some other fucking bangers, and let's get to them. Ooh, a new one, Puppet Master. This is fantastic. Talk about underrated. This one is underrated as fucking shit. Holy crap. Like in the 2000s, and they come up with one of the best albums? What's going on? The song Magic is beautiful. That's one of my favourite King Diamond songs. Blue Eyes, The Ritual, there's like, again, so many good songs on this. The production is crisp, clear. It's heavy. It's a heavy album. It's a dark album. The story is interesting as hell. This is underrated. Puppet Master is fantastic from start to finish. And it's one of my favourites. Next is The Fatal Portrait, which is the first album, the debut by King Diamond. And it has kind of a Merciful Fate kind of sound to it, which is probably why I like it a lot, which is why it's quite high in my ranking. But it's not quite as original as some of the other albums, but holy crap, it's good. The Candle, the Jonah, Halloween, what a fantastic song that is. It's got some boppers, it's got some bangers, it's got a lot of hits, it's fantastic from start to finish. Again, it's a classic for a reason. Fatal Portrait is goddamn spectacular. Now coming into the top three. Number 3 is The Eye, which is, I think it's Bryce Talks Metal's favourite album. He has this top, which is good taste because it's a beautiful album. It's a beautiful album. Eye of the Witch, The Trial, Burn, Insanity, The Curse. Every song is awesome. The story is awesome in this one. The sound of it's awesome. It's underrated as hell. It's one of the best King Diamond albums. I think it's miles better than Them. I love Them, but this is miles better. The Eye is just such a gem of an album, and I can't wait to close this and re-listen to it. But first we've got 2 more to get through, and what's going to be one? Ooh, let's find out with our number 2 pick, which is Abigail. Yeah, you thought it was going to be 1, didn't you? You little shits. It's not 1. It's number 2. Like, if you're talking objectively, Abigail and Them are probably top, but this is a subjective list. Music is subjective, so fuck it. It's going here. It's perfect. It's a 10. It's one of the best metal albums of all time. The concept is amazing. The songs are even better. This is fucking amazing. This is goddamn amazing. Like, this, no one can argue that this is number 2. I mean, they might argue that it should be number 1, but my number 1 is set in stone as soon as I heard it. As soon as I heard it, I was like, why is no one talking about this one? But Abigail, from that iconic art, you know you're in for a good time, a spooky time, and that's what King delivers. Arrival, The Family Ghost, Abigail! Ah! I mean, come on. It's so good. So good. Every song is amazing. I keep saying that, but it's fucking true. This is one of the best albums of all time, and it's only number 2. So that leaves us on my favourite King Diamond album, which is Conspiracy. Holy shit. From the shit art, which it is shit. All the other arts have, well, some of the arts have been amazing, like Abigail, Them. What else? Arts are good. The Eye is pretty cool, but this one's just his face. I mean, I was like, this is going to be like a mediocre one for King Diamond. Listen to it, and oh boy, was I wrong. Don't judge a book by its cover, just like Sabotage by Black Sabbath. I thought, oh, this is a bit weird. Listen to it, it's fucking fantastic. Same here with Conspiracy. At the Grave, Sleepless Nights, A Visit from the Dead, Cremation, every song again, every song. This is easily my favourite. This is the biased one, of course, it's my list. Easily my favourite King Diamond album. It has everything. It's heavy, It's melodic, it's evil, it's dark, it's interesting, the concept's cool. It's just a perfect album. A 10. Another 10 from King Diamond. And yes, this is my favourite King Diamond album of all goddamn time. So that was my list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below what's your favourite King Diamond album, what's your least favourite. And we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.